Welcome to our photo album as we share with you our 40th anniversary adventure of 30 days and 20,000 miles. This is but part one of the first segment covering Mount Rainier to the Aleutian Islands. We started our adventure flying from Seattle on Korean Airlines, along with Larry and Sharon Martin, our tour guides, which was great to have along since they'd been there before. We stayed at a very nice Marriott Courtyard for 5 nights in Bejing. The traffic in Bejing is absolutely terrible, unbelievable. There are over 8 million bikes, we're told, and who knows how many million cars. Idaho now has a population of approximately 1.5 million, and I think we're a little crowded here, but we were told that the Bejing area has somewhere in the area of 50 million. So it is just a little bit more crowded there. We did have a chance to do a little shopping, of course. We took a cab downtown and did a little shopping and found some great bargain. Charlotte's favorite spot for the day was the wonderful squat pots. Luckily, we were able to find the Western style toilet at any of the McDonald's.
Has there ever been an opening like it?
Mesdames et messieurs, le président de la République populaire de Chine, monsieur Hu Jintao, et le président du comité international olympique, monsieur...
There will be 20,000 fireworks used during this opening ceremony. At least there are 600 people employed simply to look after the fireworks display. And the dust creates the Olympic rings. 5 rings representing the 5 continents and the symbol of Olympic unity, unity of mankind.
We toured a Buddhist temple, which wasn't the most exciting for us, I guess. It's kind of sad seeing the people buying their incense and bowing down to this God they call Buddha. But it was interesting, and there's hundreds of the old Buddhist temples throughout China. We also went to a Confucius temple, which was also kind of interesting, as they had all the hundreds and hundreds of tablets of all the wise and profound things that Mr. Confucius spoke at some time in his lifetime. Anyway, that was part of the tour. Welcome to the Summer Palace. Most of us in the United States think of history as 100, 200 years, but one thing we notice in China that history goes back hundreds of years. This Summer Palace has been around for over 850 years. It was built as an imperial garden, and it's been used by different emperors during that time at a cost of unbelievable amounts of silver and gold and money were spent in building this just for the emperors to enjoy with all their concubines and wives. It's now been turned into a park, and it's available to many people to enjoy, and we had a great time visiting Summer Palace. Much of it was destroyed by wars and different fires over the years and has been rebuilt and restored. It's built around this Kunming Lake, which is a beautiful body of water that was served as water supply for Bejing for a number of years, and still apparently is. We took a boat across the lake, and it was nice. Well, here we are at the Great Wall of China, the thing I was probably looking forward to seeing the most. A little disappointed today, though. The weather's a little hazy and visibility is not so good. But still, very incredible. This wall was first built in the 7th century BC. It's been rebuilt several times since then. The main portion of it was built between 220 and 200 BC. And they say it's over 4,000 miles long, and some say even 5,000 if you count the rivers and the mountains. Here I am, Jake Lake on the Great Wall of China. Hard to imagine that this wall runs for 3,000 miles. Here we are, Larry and Jake Lake on the Great Wall in China, April the 29th, 2009. Now, could be Charlotte. Could be right over here, maybe, if I'm guessing right. That's her right there, standing on the edge. We're descending now, thank goodness. It's a little bit of a hazy day today, not very much sunshine. I think that'll cover it, folks. Here we are, standing at the gates of the Forbidden City. The crowds are light today. There's our tour guide, Sharon, and our associate tour guide, Charlotte. The Forbidden City was a very interesting part of our China adventure. Become a very popular tourist attraction. The city was built back in 1406. Consists of 980 buildings, 8,707 rooms, and covers over 7,800,000 square foot. Now obviously we didn't look in every room, but it was very interesting. It became a park back in 1925 and serves as the Palace Museum with a large collection of all kinds of artifacts from the previous dynasties. It was a little bit overwhelming at seeing the size of the courtyards and just all the architectural. Very, very interesting. We had a great visit. Security was very noticeable with a lot of police and army. The local people apparently love to go to Forbidden City. I guess they would equate it a lot to like we would going to Disneyland. It's a very, very popular tourist attraction. I guess we'll go in there and see what's in there. Everybody seems to think it's something good. Kind of no end to this place. Well, here we have another courtyard of the Third Dynasty, or maybe that was the Fourth. Alright, we're in Tiananmen Square. Chairman Mao. Okay, I'm standing in the middle of Tiananmen Square, if there is a middle. The place is pretty huge. Not too many people here right now. So you have a lot of elbow room, which is not very common over at Forbidden City. Security seems to be everywhere. Nobody I know. A lot of red flags. The Emperor of Japan is supposed to be around somewhere today.
仿佛一切都没发生过。
历史事件的含义不会自动呈现出来，而总是由人来解释的。6月5日清晨的这一瞬间将成为永恒的历史象征。 后来他消失在人群中，下落不明，连姓名都难以确认。对于全世界千百万的电视观众来说，这一时刻的含义。
Takashima, Japan. Okay, so here we are in beautiful downtown Busan, Korea. A little different than when I was here 45 years ago. There she is. I think you could get breakfast to go here. We're down at the open market area. Shopping is brisk, but not terribly crowded. I particularly enjoyed this part of our Asian tour, walking the streets, the marketplaces in Busan. A lot of things have changed, of course, since I've been there, but then a lot of things still remain the same. One thing I did notice is they have concrete streets now, pavement instead of dirt and mud that they had back when I was there. But one thing I noticed that hasn't changed, of course, are the smells. And they are unreal. You might call this your fresh catch of the day. I'm not sure what you call it. I think Charlotte is still looking for her specialty that she wants for lunch. Hasn't found it yet. But it was just fun walking through. It was a beautiful day, and just seeing all the activities and all the things happening in Busan was a nice way to spend the day. Busan is the second largest city in Korea, but doesn't come into comparison at all with Seoul, which has 10.5 million. Busan only has 4.5 million. I converted, I think, about $74 into won at a rate of 1,350 gave me 99,900 won. Well, we didn't spend that much. I think I spent about 8,000 won on a pair of sunglasses. That's about all we bought. We loved Vladivostok. It was very, very interesting visiting that city in southeast Russia. We happened to be there on May 7th, which was Victory Day, and so there was a lot of Navy and Army in town. It made it very interesting. They had a parade and marches, and got to meet a few of them. Kind of cool. The Russian Navy were in some kind of military square here. They're getting ready for a parade, apparently. Apparently we're going to be on their television news tonight, so why not? The Diamond Princess was the first ship to in Vladivostok for this year, so they had TV cameras down there, and when we were on a tour they wanted to interview some of us. I didn't know the Mexicans got over here with their graffiti, but somebody's trying to be an artist. Apparently, this is the old famous Russian University of Fishery. Want to learn to be a fisherman?
Yeah, it's only unique for certain, like a kiwi in New Zealand. Yeah, some species are unique. You will not be able to find it anywhere. But some, 2/3 of them inhabit.
While the United States encountered 416,000 casualties in World War II, I'm finding out that the Soviet Union lost over 10 million during that same time, or 14% of their population. So you can understand why they celebrate Victory Day. Vladivostok is a major naval port on the east coast of Russia, so it wasn't a surprise that they had a Russian sub there as a museum. This old Russian sub C-56 was built in 1936 in Leningrad, and then moved over in pieces to Vladivostok, where it was made operational in 1941. It was then decommissioned and made into a museum in 1975. Talk about claustrophobic. I would have gone bonkers in this tin can. Real friendly Russian policeman eating a donut, no doubt. It's a bit chilly here right now.
Поеду в Степногорск, а там в Усть-Каменогорск. Заеду в Лениногорск, и там навеет грусть. Петропавловск мне звонит, друг зовет там погостить. С ним поеду в Костанай и песенку споем давай. Здравствуй, столица, ты вольная птица, это Астана.
Good morning. Here we are on the sun deck, deck 15. And as you can see, it's a little bit early, 5:35. And it's just not very busy right at the moment. Nobody in the pool. Nobody in that hot tub. Nobody in this hot tub. And the dolphin down here looks just a little bit lonely. But we are starting to come into Moron, Japan. Let's go have a look. Here we are, coming into the port of Moron, Japan. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. It's not very cold out anyway. The city is approximately 600,000 people, and its major business has been in the iron and steel industry. But it is best known for hosting the 1972 Winter Olympics, and is still a very popular place for skiing. This bridge is reported to be the largest expansion bridge in Japan, and we crossed over the bridge to go downtown. Not quite as elaborate as our welcoming party at Kagoshima, but nonetheless. thing you don't see is a lot of bathing beauties here. I guess there's a reason for that. And another thing is you have no trouble finding a vacant chair for a lounge. Seems to be a lot of them available.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alan!
Well, you know I can't be found sitting home all alone. If you can't come around, well, at least we telephone.
These are our Arizona friends and table mates, and they didn't join the contest. We were going to yell for them. Alright, where's Dale Miller when you need him? Here we are out in the middle of nowhere and there's just millions and millions of birds. As far out as you can see, there's still birds. On their way to Idaho, I guess. Water, water, and more water. 7 days, no land. Apparently land is about 100 miles this direction. However, I don't see it.